Yo, yo, yo.
What's good?
What's the deal, guy? What's the deal with you? Let me get you properly introduced. Peace and blessings, everyone. And welcome to another great episode of Just a Conversation. And once again, we got the mega DJ, aka Young Mega Spinz, in the studio getting that young album together. What's up with you, guy body? How you doing today?
Man, grateful, full of, gratitude. And what's good with you, godson? How you feeling? How's the family and all that?
Oh man, we blessed, bro. Um, Shit, everybody go through their life storms and struggles and things to keep us stronger and make us stronger. Look at things in different lights and things. So that's basically far as a personal level, far as this underground music, Divine Family, me and my man Smoke Jesus, we gonna always have something popping off. And
Yeah, I love
I'm waiting for the visualizers to the two joints that I sent you and
absolutely.
the sister boss lady Dee to her Spreaker show. So yeah, when them come, that's gonna be on my YouTube in a minute. Other than that, man, just trying to make connections and get out of this rut of being broke, bruh.
I could feel you in that one. Yeah, man, amazing, man. The submissions that I got from y'all, man. I'm loving the topics, the content. You know what I mean? It really touch on real life issues. Reality is real touching. And from listening from it, I definitely have a lot of respect for the music and the work that was really put in it. So, I wanted to have a conversation about, the current, the past, and the future, you know,
Okay.
and yeah, and see what's going on, talk about the state of hip hop, the hip hop 50,
Yeah. That hip hop 50 years, man. I've been thinking about that too, because through the social media, you see a lot of the artists that come from back in, what I'm saying, our day, um, what I'm
hmm
saying, popping up, now they slide through, getting the recognition that they were supposed to have gotten back then, you know what I'm saying, which is, beautiful. But on the controversy, and well, not necessarily controversy, but it's just a question that keep lingering in the back of my brain is that if it wasn't the birthday of hip hop, which we know hip hop is way older than 50 years, but
all day
per se, if it
mainstream.
not just hip hop period, because
Absolutely.
if we want to get down to it, hip hop was back in the motherland with the drums and the chants, and you know what I'm saying.
I
But
seen footage from the 30s, man. You got an exact fact right there. That
yeah,
they was rapping and flowing in the 30s.
right, yeah, on the big band tip, yeah, you're right. To the
Wow.
instrument, you certainly right about that, bro. So yeah, but just per se, for the audience reference, the 50 years of hip hop is being celebrated this month or next, August and et cetera, et cetera. As a DJ and as long as you've been in hip hop, do you feel it is safe to say that if it wasn't a celebration of this birthday of hip hop, would these artists and groups, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, be making a comeback?
Oh man, I'm gonna answer that in so many ways, fam. Uh, the way I see it at the current state of these older acts from the 80s, 90s touring right now in the state that I live in, such
Right.
as the Wu, Nas, Scarface, Ice Cube, Wild, Snoop Dogg, Warren G, WC, has declined the sales of the newer generation artists, and that's a fact. You see,
Mm-hmm.
I done seen reports of certain artists is canceling their shows due to the lack of ticket sales.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. I could send the info, as we speak. But, it has declined because even though hip hop is global and it's crazy, like we don't really see it in America. If you go to places like Poland, Austria, right next to Germany, these places are like sub motherlands of hip hop
True to that.
because yeah, they really with the boom bap like, and
Yeah,
they
they
flow
take it back. Yeah, they take it back, for real, for real.
absolutely. That's why, I try to stay in contact with many of the world artists because they still have the origins within them and they operate differently.
Right,
And they might not be popular in America, but they booking shows in their own countries and in their
right.
local towns and Providence. So it's amazing to see that. And the engine is to always have it there. If you have any type of platform, we gotta keep mentioning that. Like, yo, check out this artist whatsoever. Try to support the most artists as we can,
Facts.
because that's the way I see it, and that's always been my vision that you could help another artist if you could help them any way whatsoever to network, give them a time slot. That's pushing forward towards in hip hop. You
Facts.
know, you're making it better. So you want to call it community work whatsoever, it doesn't matter.
Right,
Like from my perspective, I love doing it. I love DJing, and like I've been on Spreaker Network for 10 years,
right.
and and I ain't started getting monetizing or checks until like 3 years ago.
Okay.
You just gotta put the hard work in whatsoever. You gotta
Right,
keep doing developing content. Even if you got some zero viewers, you keep continuing to develop content because remember, content is history. So 20
right.
years from now, you could type in something and a 20-year-old video of yes, a conversation is there, and people could have a background to this legend that's in the 2050s. So it's amazing, about
No,
content.
I totally agree with you on that. And that's someone, I touched on that on my little reflections of the Black Panther Party episode yesterday when I was saying about how the influences of learning your history and knowing, you know what I'm saying, if you really that into knowing where you come from, et cetera, seeing other brothers and sisters make history and create it to where, like you said, whether it's music, whether it's political or whatever fashion or whatever element that brother or sister created and made history in, they've always be remembered whether they're alive or or deceased. So I think of that always, you know what I'm saying, as far as like with my YouTube channel, because basically, right now I'm a YouTube artist, which and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I told my man Smoke, I say, man, no matter what, that YouTube go be etched in history. Cause 30 years later, whatever music platform is being used, YouTube go be a part of that.
Absolutely, and I totally agree with that. And one more too, the SoundCloud. The SoundCloud is gonna be there for the next 100 years.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I ain't messed with
that's
SoundCloud in so long.
yeah, but it's amazing how artists are discovered through there. You
Yeah,
know,
that's true.
through the messaging through the commenting system of the actual tracks that they post.
Right,
So it's amazing. I go there from time to time. I do have an artist page whatsoever. Do I make effort mess with the artist page? Not at all. Which
right.
I neglected. That's something that should be on my do list. To
Okay.
really get back into SoundCloud because I met a lot of amazing artists, and without them artists, WSGZ, the radio show, the Blast Off, won't be successful without them because they
Okay.
provided the music, which is the engine.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
So, we just got the sound system.
No, I totally get what you're saying. Exactly. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
And somebody said it. Oh, wise intelligent from Poor Righteous Teacher. And
absolutely.
he said that the underground movement has been the glue of keeping hip hop together. You see what I'm saying? From back and forth from the industry to the underground.